Here we go, people. The shot heard around the world. I'm just sitting here with my pinky out, drinking this piping hot tea, which is the Ronnie Radke Anthony Fantano beef. This is what I live for, people. This is what I live for. My wife watches Love and Hip Hop all day. And on Love and Hip Hop, you know, they're always talking about what the people on the blogs are talking about. It's like the blogs are talking about how you disrespected me in front of everybody. And I feel like at this point in the hip hop world, it's more about beef than it is the music. And I have been hoping for years that the same would happen in the rock world. There is one person that makes me believe that that dream may come true, which is your man, Ronnie Radke of Escape to Fate, Falling in Reverse, and the biggest beefer in the scene. So I thought we could take a look through the needle drop Anthony Fantano, Ronnie Radke beef here, give you the blow by blow, because it is my job to turn the bland, boring, stale world of rock into the drama-filled, piping hot tea-driven world of rap, along with your man, Ronnie Radke. And I just got to say, before we get into it, God bless Ronnie Radke, because, you know, it's hard out here in the content factory. I'm here every day just trying to find something to talk about in the world of rock, but rock is so damn boring that it's hard. And so that's why anytime Ronnie Radke, MGK, or Corey Taylor does anything, I'm rubbing my hands together like Birdman. I'm just saying, oh, thank you. Thank you, Ronnie. Thank you, MGK. Thank you, Corey. Because I got a kid on the way. I need the views. I got to fund my kid's college education. And God bless Ronnie for making it happen. And also, the big game is finally here. You know which game I'm talking about. Some people go to big game parties for the chili or maybe for the chips and dip. And all of that is great. But what's even better is the real action, which you can only find on DraftKings Sportsbook. And I am teaming up with DraftKings to give all new customers a winning offer. All new customers have to do is sign up for DraftKings using my promo code FINN, F-I-N-N, bet at least $5 on the big game, and you'll instantly receive an additional $200 in bonus bets. That's right, new customers just bet $5 on the big game, and you will instantly get $200 in bonus bets deposited into your account. Wondering what you could use those $200 in bonus bets on? Try out same game parlays, which is where you combine multiple bets from one game, like which team will have the most passing yards and which team will score the first touchdown of the night, for even bigger potential winnings. And if mobile sports betting is not yet available in your state, don't worry. You can still get in on the fun with DraftKings Daily Fantasy. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. New customers use the promo code FINN, bet $5 on the big game, and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. That's promo code FINN, F-I-N-N, only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Let's take a look here. I'm not sure what prompted this. First of all, I should say, as you can see here, Ronnie and Anthony both follow me. I both follow them. So, I've never met Ronnie in person, but we talk on the internet. I think he's a cool guy. He's always been nice to me. So I like Ronnie. I also like Anthony. I think he's a great guy as well. And so once again, I say, Mom and Dad, please stop fighting. I just want everything to be normal again. Why do you guys have to fight? Why can't you guys just get along? I just want Mom and Dad to get along. But before we break down the beef here, I thought I would take a little step through Ronnie Radke's beefs here. Before we get into this one, let's rate some of his past beefs. So going way back in time, I think this is maybe the very first one, was the legendary Ronnie Radke versus Craig Mabbitt beef from way back in 2008 or something like that. And for those who may not know, Ronnie Radke was the original singer of Escape to Fate. They kicked him out and he went to prison for being involved in a situation in which someone became unalive, to use YouTube-friendly language. They replaced him with Craig Mabbitt, who had just gotten kicked out of Bless the Fall. So, of course, there was beef. That was the first big beef in Ronnie's career. And as you can see here, they hugged it out. I like Craig. He's a nice guy. I've talked to him a few times. Craig's a good guy. So I'm glad they were able to come together in their sleeveless leather vests and hug it out in Ronnie Radke's driveway. It took some time. They eventually were able to bury the hatchet. I don't know when it was, whatever. It took many years. But they eventually put it behind them. The next big beef in Ronnie's history, I think, I may be missing some, when he kicked IC Stars off his tour. And I just got to say, how could you kick this beautiful man off a tour? Do you guys remember how beautiful the singer of IC Stars is, Devin Oliver? Just shockingly good-looking guy. Look at this man. Holy shit. It's unfair. My wife never liked them. And I said, hey, did you ever like IC Stars? And she's like, no, I never got into them. And I was like, man, I'm surprised because look how cute the singer is. And she was like, holy shit, he looks like that? Oh my God, how did I not know this until now? I feel like I was robbed. Anyway, so he kicked IC Stars off this tour back in 2012 because they were smoking weed on tour. And Ronnie, as far as I know, he's still sober. And basically he said ahead of time, if you guys want to come on this tour, no drugs. And they said, okay. And then promptly got arrested for having weed on their bus. And he said, all right, I'll give you a second chance. And they're like, okay, we won't do it again. Then they did it again. And he said, okay, then you're off the tour. So at the time, I think a lot of people thought he was an asshole for this. I think he was in the right. He set out the conditions for the tour. And especially as someone who's a recovering addict trying to stay sober, I respect it. They knew the rules and they broke them. And to be fair, they were really young. I think they were like 19 or something like that. They were really young kids, but you know, I think he had every right to do that. So I would say he was in the right on that one, as much as, you know, people still bring it up. But I think he was right. Shame on you, Devin Oliver and the rest of the boys in IC Stars. Shame on you for tempting Ronnie Radke with marijuana. Not okay. The next big beef was Volume 1 of Ronnie Radke versus Fronz from Attila, and I'm sure they have known each other for a very long time. You can see here, Ronnie says, Fronzilla, you're a good screamer, but you aren't even close to me at rapping. I will end your life. I don't know what that was all about, but Fronz and Ronnie arguing on Twitter about who is the better rapper. Again, I gotta say, Mom and Dad, come on, please, just stop for us. Just please, Mom, Dad, stop. And then they brought it back a few weeks ago from the stage at Shiprocked, the scene's leading metalcore cruise. Ronnie Radke calls Attila's Fronz a effing poser on stage. Both take the beef to TikTok. So the two dads in their 30s making TikToks about who's the biggest poser. I would say the winner of this one, there is no winner in this battle. I would call this one a double KO. Two 30-something dads arguing on TikTok about who's the biggest poser. I would call that a double KO. So that brings us up to date on the current beef, which is Ronnie's best beef so far. Oh, wait, no. I'm missing one from last year, Laptop Gate, where Eddie Trunk, the guy from that metal show on VH1, and Sebastian Bach, formerly of Skid Row, called out Ronnie Radke for using laptops to play the backing tracks for his band Falling in Reverse. And they argued back and forth, arguing about whether it's okay to use laptops or not. And then Ronnie fires back in his new song, Watch the World Burn, by killing Sebastian Bach with a laptop. The beef is real, people. Piping hot tea. You heard it here first. And in this one, I got to say, Ronnie is 100% right. It's true. Ronnie was 100% correct in this one. No question about that. He's right. Nothing wrong with using some laptops here and there. Everyone uses backing tracks. But all of that brings us to the latest news. Ronnie Radke versus Anthony Fantano. I don't know where this came from. I didn't see that Anthony did a review of Falling in Reverse or anything like that, so I don't know where this is coming from. But he said, the needle drop is like the Perez Hilton of music critics, looks 25 years older than he is, and nobody will care about him in 3 years. And you can see, I would say the replies do not seem to be in his favor on this one. We've got, are you upset that someone didn't like your poor little attempt at hip-hop? Ratio, Ronnie Radke. Oh, Fantano has a clip saying his new song is going to be on the top 10 worst songs at the end of the year. Okay. Well, look, I mean, would you expect him to like Falling in Reverse? I wouldn't. I personally, if I was Ronnie, I would just be happy that Anthony was talking about me at all. That's what I would say. Feeling a strong 0 to a light 1 in your career, living rent-free in your head. So, I would say people don't seem to be on... Oh, wait. I mean, he didn't have to fall off and beg Finn Mckenty to get his career back, so there's that. You heard it here first. According to Keisha 0024989, I am responsible for resurrecting Ronnie Radke's career. Ronnie came begging. He begged and pleaded. He got down on his knees at my feet and he said, please, Finn, bring my career back. And I said, well, Ronnie, okay, but just this once, only because you asked nicely. How did Keisha know? How did she know that it was all me all along? Now, let's see Fantano's response here. So then Anthony fires back. Over the past decade, I objectively look like I've put on fewer years than Mr. Radke, and I've had fewer trips through the legal system as well. I think I'm winning. Peace. So we'll see here. So he posts young Fantano. This is new Fantano, his Harry Potter glasses and the fireman mustache versus Ronnie with his rocker jacket 5 years ago, back in 2017, 2018. Devastatingly handsome. This is Ronnie's best look. Devastatingly handsome here. And then, of course, he chose a deliberately unflattering picture of Ronnie here. A little bit unfair, but there it is. And I gotta say, come on, let's stop it with the mean tweets. Okay, guys, if you guys can't handle the Twitter, I'm going to take it away. I feel like I'm the teacher, like if you're in class and you and your friend are like hitting each other with the big pencils, those like big pencils that are like this thick around and like that long. You guys are hitting each other with the pencils and the teacher's like, okay, guys, if you can't handle the pencils, I'm going to take them away. I'm giving you guys one more chance and then I'm taking away the pencils. I feel like I need to grab them both by the back of their collar and be like, if you guys can't handle the Twitters, I'm taking them away. Be nice, boys, be nice. Yeah, they both get detention. They both get detention. Now, Fantano has a good point here. Said, this is nowhere as cool as the Drake feud. I'll admit it. I'll do better next time. And I got to agree with that. It's not as cool as the Drake feud. For anybody who's not familiar, Drake, this would make... I just hope that someday somebody comes for me like this. So Drake DM'd Anthony, I guess because Anthony said some not nice things about Drake's album. And Drake DM'd him and said, your existence is a light 1, and the 1 is because you are alive, and because you somehow wifed a black girl, I'm feeling a light to decent 1 on your existence. Very embarrassing. Very, very embarrassing here on Drake's part. For one, that he repeated the same joke or the same line twice. He must have been really proud of himself here. Your existence is a light 1. And then he says the same thing again. I'm feeling a light to decent 1 on your existence. Drake must have felt very proud of himself for coming up with that line. I'm feeling a light to decent 1. He's like, yeah, fuck you, Melon. Fuck you. I'm going to show you who's the fucking man. So I would be thrilled. That would be my favorite thing in the world if Drake or anyone else that famous came for me. That would be the highlight of my life. And I think Anthony feels the same way. So there's that. It's true. It's not as cool as the Drake beef. I mean, to be fair, really wouldn't anything be kind of a downgrade from the Drake beef. But I gotta say, from Ronnie's perspective, I think it's a good move. He's starting to diversify his beefs. At this point, beefing with IC Stars and Attila, I would say, Ronnie, you can do better. The Eddie Trunk and Sebastian Bach beefs, those were a good start. We're getting somewhere. But I think you can do better. I want to see him go after like Adam 22, DJ Academics, DJ Vlad. Get out there on the blogs, in the love and hip hop kind of scene. That's what I think. An Eminem diss track, exactly. I think that's the next step. That's my advice. I think that's the next frontier. Adam 22 would be a good place to start because Adam might know who he is. Adam comes from the scene, from the hardcore scene and stuff. So Adam might know who Ronnie Radke is. I would go there. See if you can maybe pay Adam 22 to feud with you. That's my advice. And yeah, a watermelon smashing in the next Falling in Reverse video. That could work. That could work. I agree. Smash your watermelon in the next Falling in Reverse video. But there it is, people. Again, I have a son coming in May. I need to pay for his college education. So what I'm hoping is MGK Corey Taylor and Ronnie Radke having a three-way. Well, get your mind out of the gutter, people. I mean a three-way beef, but I mean just a regular three-way. That would be cool too. But a three-way beef, that's what I want. I want months and months and months of MGK, Corey Taylor, and Ronnie Radke beef so that I can capitalize on it like the bottom-feeding YouTube trash that I am. Because, anytime those three people do anything, I am there. So please, Ronnie, I'm begging you, like that girl on Twitter said, I did apparently save your career. Apparently, I didn't know that, but I apparently saved your career. All I'm asking you is please pay me back by starting some beef with MGK and Corey Taylor. That's all I ask. Is that so much? Is that so much to ask? That's all I'm saying. So there it is. The latest news on Ronnie Radke versus Anthony Fantano. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I like Ronnie. It might be wise for Ronnie to sort of choose to let some of these things go, but I think he's a good guy. I really do. I don't think he's a bad guy. He gets angry sometimes, but I get it. I get it. I get irritated with people too. We all get angry sometimes. Just have a Snickers, Ronnie, and if you ever want to chat, just give me a call. That's all.